Good morning friends and welcome to the pre-market view. US markets were up about 0.3 to 0.4% and we've also seen some spike up in the 10-year bond yields, and they have gone up to about 2.77 from about 2.71 a day before. And European markets were also weak, anywhere from 0.5 to almost about 1%. Germany market was particularly weak because the consumer sentiment data that came out were at the lowest level of last 8 months. So Germany was down 1%. The rest of the markets were down about 0.5 to 0.75%. And when we look at the Asian markets today morning, Japan is up about 0.6%, and most of the other markets are up about 0.3 to 0.75%. The retail sales data that came out from Japan were slightly weaker than expectations, and they were at minus 0.3 versus the expectations of a positive data. And talking about the other asset classes, crude has shot up to 115 on the back of that concerns of the military action led by US in Syria, though there are indications that they are trying to find some solution as the UN inspection is going on in Syria, and they are trying to arrive at some solution. So if we are able to avert this particular action, then definitely there is going to be some kind of a relief as far as the crude oil and the other markets are concerned. Gold, silver continues to remain at an elevated level. And talking about the currencies, today morning we are seeing some uptick in the emerging market currencies, but the INR actually showed its lowest possible level at 68.8, and in a single day it actually crashed 2.50 paisa. So this is definitely quite unnerving for the importers in India, and this is going to be a single important factor that the markets are going to be focusing on. But there is a hope that at least today, after the expiry that got over yesterday, as far as the currency is concerned, there could be some recovery. In terms of flows, friends, FIs were net sellers in the cash market to the tune of about 1128 crore. The domestic institutions were biased to the tune of about 400 odd crore, and in the index futures, the FIs were sellers to the tune of about 400 odd crore. In the last 7 days, we have seen selling in the cash market by the FIs to the tune of 7,000 crore. Today being an expiry day, it remains to be seen where do we settle. At least the initial indications are positive. The SGX Nifty suggesting that we are going to have a positive start to the tune of 32 points. And the expiry could be somewhere close to about 5250, 5300. That's what the indications are. Though our derivative team will be in a better position to take a call on that part. So on that note, let me invite Shrival to take us through important F&O cues, data and strategies that we can have in the F&O markets.
Good morning friends, let's have a view at derivatives. Friends, from past couple of trading sessions, we have been observing that the rupee has been playing a spoiled spot, and because of which the markets have been continuously witnessing a carnage. Now in yesterday's trade, depreciation of rupee close to the mark of 69 during early hour of trade has led index slip below 5,200 level and touch the levels of 5,100. Now during mid-afternoon, we have seen that markets have bounced back sharply from 5,100 odd levels as long positions were accumulated by the market participants. Now talking about the options activity, as today being the expiry day, and we have also seen that such kind of huge moves of around more than 200 points have been happening in Nifty on intraday basis, because of which we have been seeing that the swift of hand has been very frequent. Now 5,300 and 400 call option has shed some shares in open interest, whereas 5,200 and 5,100 call as well as put option has seen good amount of addition taking place just before the day of expiry. Now on immediate basis, 5,200 would act as a good support for the market, and implied volatility has also shot up for third consecutive day in a row, which has been clearly indicating yes, there would be uncertainty and volatility continue to persist in the market, as today is the expiry day. And from intraday perspective, friend, McLeod Russell is looking positive, so one can go long by maintaining a stop loss of 252 rupees 75 paisa. Thank you.
Here are the important news and events that we are tracking today. First of all, RBI has given a special window facility to the oil marketing companies to facilitate the dollar buying. Of the totally $30 billion of dollar buying that we do, almost 1/3 is contributed by the oil marketing companies, and they buy to the tune of about $8.5 billion. And with this swap facility, they will be able to buy the dollars at a fixed forex swap through a designated bank. So this will actually ease the demand pressure on the dollars and could provide some kind of relief to the already stressed USD INR. Kotak Mahindra Bank is looking at expanding its branch network to about more than 450 branches over the next 6 to 12 months, and particularly in the Punjab and Haryana region, they have seen a very decent deposit growth. So they are looking at adding more branches in that particular region. And NSCL has said that 10 more members have been announced defaulters after they failed to meet their payment obligation. So this particular matter is getting a little ugly, that out of about 24 odd members, already about 17-18 members have been declared defaulters, and there is not much of clarity as to when the payment is likely. At least for the retail investors, now that FT has provided some kind of a bridge loan of about 177 odd crore, that payment could come through, but the rest of the payment looks like it's going to have some amount of uncertainty. Titan is looking at expanding its product category, and they are now venturing into the fragrance space by mid-September. See, there is a clear slowdown that we are witnessing in the watches segment. Even the jewelry segment, with all these curbs on the gold import, is witnessing some slowdown. So they are looking at expanding their category, and it remains to be seen how successful they are. And Kane India is awaiting the environment clearance to take the output from its Barmer oil field to about 3 lakh barrels per day from the current 2 lakh ton per barrel. And given the fact that we have seen crude price moving up to about $115 per barrel, Kane would be one of the beneficiaries. So watch out for some positive action in the Kane stock in today's market. In case of Infosys, there is another high profile exit, and Ashok Vemuri, who was the head of operations in the US and a prospect CEO, has actually resigned. After Mr. Narayan Murthy has assumed the office of chairman, we have seen some issues in terms of the management. So this could be a bit of a negative, but we don't think there is going to be too much of a negative reaction in the stock price in today's market. Coming to the stock specific ideas, Wipro has bagged $100 million contract. Also, we have seen that it has been replaced by Reliance Infra in the Nifty. So watch out for some positive action. One can go long on Wipro with a stop loss of 462 and a target of about 485 to about 495. Sri Renuka Sugar is looking at inducting an investor into its Brazil arm, which is valued at almost about $1.3 billion, and they have mandated Standard Chartered Bank to explore this particular buyer. So one can go long on Renuka Sugar with a stop loss of 14.60 and a target of about 15.75. JK Paper, there could be some positive action as the company has increased its product prices by about 5%. One can go long there with a stop loss of 23.50 and a target of about 25.50. That's it from all of us, friends. Have a good trading session and see you tomorrow at the same time.